Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. I want you to listen to this video that was released yesterday night, Monday, by Nyeri Town Member of Parliament, Ngunjiri Wambugu, because it's going to form the basis of our discussion today. And in case you've bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, tap on the subscription button and also on the notification bell in order to receive a notification anytime we upload a new video. In this YouTube channel, we do political analysis on a daily basis. We upload 2 videos per day. Make sure you watch our 2 videos per day. Straight to the video, ladies and gentlemen.
First and foremost, when I started this process, I said that we ideally, as a party, when we went into the by-elections in BONCHARI, we are getting hammered a lot in BONCHARI, we are getting hammered a lot in Juja, because there is a perception that there was misuse of security agencies in elections. For us as members of parliament in Jubilee, what we have decided is that we are not going to allow people working in the executive to make our political process harder. For example, I personally, and this is my personal opinion, I could be wrong, I do not understand what we were doing in BONCHARI as Jubilee. I know a decision had been made that we were going to allow ODM to run a candidate because they are handshake partners in BONCHARI, and we were going to run a candidate in Juja and in Garissa because of the by-elections that were coming up. Somehow a decision was made. It was not made by the political class that we need to go and have a competition in BONCHARI. And the problem about having a competition in BONCHARI is that it didn't matter. Even if we had won that election, we would have adversely affected our relationship with our handshake partners in parliament. And right now, we need the 70 members of parliament that ODM brings to the table more than we need 1 seat in BONCHARI. So what we are saying is, we do not want, there's been fingers pointed at where the decisions were made, whether it was made at the party, whether it was made, now Matiang'i gets into the problem because he's from Kisii and the perception is that he's one who was mobilizing there. But we are just putting everybody on notice. Whether you're in the party or you're in the executive, as politicians, they're not going to allow you to make our work hard. We are in this process to ensure we deliver the promises that the president made. The president is a politician, and there has been a gap of politicians around him. That is a gap we are saying we are filling, and we are going to challenge anyone. It doesn't matter who you are or how powerful you think you are. If we think you are making a mistake, we're going to call you to account. Whether it's a party leadership or members of the executive who are dabbling in politics, we will call you to account. We're not going to allow ourselves to swim upstream when we don't need to.
From that video, ladies and gentlemen, you can see clearly that already there was an agreement in Jubilee Party that Jubilee Party was not to field a candidate in BONCHARI. And then miraculously from nowhere, a candidate was fielded in Jubilee, was fielded in BONCHARI. Then Ngunjiri Wambugu makes it very clear that there was no need, even if Jubilee had won the seat, it was of no significance compared to the over 70 members of parliament that already are supporting the president in parliament. Assuming Jubilee won the seat in BONCHARI, it could have only helped to strengthen the relationship between maybe Uhuru and Raila Amolo Odinga. So from that revelation, ladies and gentlemen, you can see clearly that there are some people working behind the scenes to sabotage Uhuru and Raila's handshake, ladies and gentlemen. And Ngunjiri Wambugu, from that video, you can see clearly that he's mentioning Matiang'i indirectly, very cleverly. So we can accurately say here, ladies and gentlemen, that it seems to appear that Matiang'i is part and parcel of the axis that are really sabotaging Raila's handshake with the president. And sometimes back in this YouTube channel, we also made it very clear that there is this axis that we always refer to in this channel as the diplomatic wing of the deep state. It's composed of Matiang'i, Karanja Kibichu, Nancy Gitau, Joseph Kinyua. These are the diplomatic wing of the deep state. And these people seems to be the ones who are really messing up the president, ladies and gentlemen. Because we all know that currently, as things stand, ladies and gentlemen, the best chance of Uhuru Kenyatta's candidate winning 2022 presidential election is only if they identify the right candidate. Because from the just concluded by-election, ladies and gentlemen, you can agree with me that the strength of a candidate also matters a lot in the outcome of an election. The President Uhuru Kenyatta's party, Jubilee Party, was given a humiliating defeat in Juja, the president's home county, simply because they did not go for the right candidate. Heading towards 2022, ladies and gentlemen, the only way that maybe the handshake team will win is for them to identify the right candidate, the most popular candidate amongst them. That is the only sure bet, or rather the only sure way their team will emerge victorious in the 2022 presidential election. Because we all know, ladies and gentlemen, that the deep state can only do what we call top-ups. The deep state cannot turn itself into a voter. I've always maintained in this YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen, that if the deep state propels a very weak candidate, and then there is a very strong competitor, that it can be very, very hard for the deep state to do the top-up. Because with Kenya today, that election can just come out as a sham election. So the deep state and the system and also the government, they need to bring out, or rather to propel, a very, very strong candidate for them to easily win maybe in 2022. And that is exactly what Ngunjiri Wambugu is trying to bring out. And he's also making it very clear from that statement by him that already there is a war. There is a war in the Jubilee government currently. Or rather, the wing that is supporting the president, the political class, are now stamping their foot on the ground. And are now making it very, very clear that now going forward, they will not allow the diplomatic wing, or rather the technocrat, now to mess up. And also Murathe insinuated something like that about a week ago now. Murathe also made it very clear that now going forward, the diplomatic wing of the deep state, they will only be allowed to facilitate the campaigns, but they will not be allowed to get directly involved in the campaigns, because we've always seen that they always get it wrong anytime they engage in campaigns, and sometimes they misread the president's mood. And I've been giving example here of impeachment of Anne Waiguru. The deep state, the diplomatic wing of the deep state, sponsored Anne Waiguru's impeachment in Kirinyaga, only for that to be thwarted by the political wing of the deep state. So going forward, ladies and gentlemen, the president has to put his house in order to avoid any further embarrassment. We are now going to Kiambaa parliamentary by-election. And you can see clearly that the stakes are so high there. If the president loses that seat again, then it will send a very wrong perception that now the president is lame duck in his own backyard of Mount Kenya. So the president and his team must do everything it takes to make sure they recapture that seat, that Kiambaa parliamentary by-election seat. They must do everything it takes, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, let's stop there for today. Just as I did mention when we were starting, if you've bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time and you have not yet subscribed, tap on the subscription button and also on the notification bell in order to receive a notification anytime we upload a new video. I also kindly request you to give this video a like. If you are watching us outside of Kenya for the very first time, drop a comment and let us know from which part of the globe you are also watching us from. And also, if you have not subscribed, tap on the subscription button. I've also pinned my WhatsApp number on the comment section. You may want to have some private chat with me, or even to support this show. Contact me through my WhatsApp number. I've pinned it on the comment section so that we can talk and see which is which, ladies and gentlemen. And also, before I forget, let me thank you so much, my subscribers. We are doing a good job and the channel is really growing at a terrific speed. That is simply because of you, my fans and subscribers in this YouTube channel. Continue supporting me, and may God bless you. God bless your family, and may God bless Kenya and all of you wherever you are. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana. Thank you.